I have a lot of pride in being Canadian, a lot of pride going through the whole COVID situation, feeling very supported, feeling not scared to lose my home or, any of, or to put food on our table. So there's a lot of huge, massive benefits. But I think Canada has a very sort of sordid history of trying to be so polite and smiley and whatever when a lot of stuff is still happening right under a surface. For example, I am writing and acting in a show, singing as well, I guess, called Hey Viola, which is about the Viola Desmond story, the lady on our $10 bill. And so it's an original production, but we're using songs from, the civil rights movement and
Yeah.
everything else to really display how Canada wasn't perfect all the way from the beginning. And as much as, even in the 1800s, it was seen as the promised land for a lot of people to come from the Underground Railroad up.
Yeah.
It still has a lot of its own, sort of issues. And whether that's, systemically borrowed from or just ideologically sort of chosen, it still exists. It still exists not only back then but now. And I still find myself running into sort of thoughts or whatever, say in an audition room
Yeah.
or with job opportunities or whatever, because the arts is a very different. I only know really the arts, especially in Vancouver, and
Yeah.
like I've never had a job
I know
that
you're talking to, I mean, we live in a we live in a tight bubble in the arts, right?
exactly.
Yeah.
But I do find that, like, there's always good and bad. Certainly, it's hard to say we're better than the States. Luckily we haven't been, our laws haven't been affected, in that same sort of way, but it doesn't mean our minds haven't, or our certain, cultural habits have not. So while we are not perfect, I am grateful to be a Canadian. However, we have a lot of work to do.